still trying to get the hang of the current.
Yeah, it's
Does
pretty
anybody
tricky.
know what the depth of the thermocline is here?
I don't.
Okay, coming about to 155.
Good. Well, once you master this, it'll be easy to pilot on a no current day.
All right, so we're trucking along a little bit.
The internet tells me that the depth of the 20-degree isotherm is widely accepted as the thermocline depth.
Oh,
We're below it.
that's interesting.
Okay, coming down a little bit.
Oh, you're doing good. When you're cruising along, you can be a little higher. Lets you see out in front more.
What's that big thing? Another anemone. Yeah, I can see its tentacles.
That looks like another pom-pom anemone. We
Yep.
don't need to zoom.
Yeah.
Copy.
All right, so you're in a perfect cruising position now. My camera is at 45 degrees, and I'm about 15 above you.
Copy.
So now you would kind of want to stay here and look around, or we'll get the ship moving. But if you go too much farther ahead, you'll start pulling like before.
Okay.
So we'll get the ship moving if you just kind of want to practice, hanging around,
Copy. Yeah, I want to
doing
just...
shorter moves. And
Yeah, so
Looks like it's about
do you think,
170 meters
another
down that western
150
Pacific.
degree move?
So
Say
we
again?
will not be visiting the
Do you think
thermocline today.
another 150 degree move?
yeah, that's
Just
the way
briefly
I'm
on the
headed.
way
Looks
back to
pretty
the
good.
surface.
All right. Do you want to do another 40 meters? Or
Yeah, he's already nicely out in front.
And for those of you listening
Copy
at home,
that.
we
I'll
should
put it
mention
in.
this is actually a fairly shallow dive for the Deep Discoverer ROV. As many of you know, it's actually rated to go all the way to 6,000 meters.
Bridge,
Right now
just
we're
snap.
here at less than 400 meters. And we're going to
Hi,
try
can
to
I get
push
a
up
shipment
to
of
250
meters
meters.
at 150 degrees at 0.2 knots.
40 meters bearing 150.2 knots.
Good copy. Thanks, Bridge.
One 155 now?
150.
150?
But the current has blown you off to my port.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find the right mix of...
Yeah, it's tough. You can either drive forward diagonally or just face forward and lateral. Or the tether usually, if the current's coming from roughly somewhere ahead or to the side, the tether usually pulls you so you're facing it, which seems to be happening a lot. Your heading has always been a bit to starboard. All right, nicely centered up. So if you look at your sonar here, it's nice and even in front of you.
Uh-huh.
So you're kind of roughly faced uphill. So at this point, if you did want to set down, probably both your skids would touch and you would be nicely anchored.
Looks like I don't know if it's the current or the Z-bias, but if I let go of the vert
Yeah.
because of my lateral and heading,
Yeah.
it starts pushing me down a little bit.
Huh.
Or I guess it's the current. Alright, I'm just going to try and disable the... Oh.
All right, I'm on the move.
Copy that. I'll just kind of creep along.
Yeah.
tumbleweed.
Is this a huge piece of algae?
It looks like it.
Yep.
Where's this algae coming from?
So probably further upslope where there's actually sunlight percolating down enough into the water column to reach these,
That's the current
what are
right
basically
there.
plants.
Yeah, you're just going with it.
But what we're seeing here, all of these bits of algae are a really important food source.
Now you know the trick how all the floating shells
Usually in
look
the
so
deep
good.
sea,
Just
the
do nothing.
food arrives to the deep sea floor in the form of particulate organic matter, so
But pretty soon
dead
you'll have to stop.
plankton,
you go.
fecal pellets, marine snow of various types. But occasionally you get much larger packages of food, such as these bits of algae, or sometimes even the carcass of a fish, or carcass of a jellyfish, or even sometimes a whale. And those are actually a really important source of food to the deep sea.
All right, coming back around to the right heading. Okay, I'm gonna try and move back to the center as I go forward.
Okay.
Co-pilot, would you rotate me up a little bit?
Sure.
Thank you.
Look like a dead piece of coral. It's a coral skeleton.
Okay, my camera is at 45 degrees.
Okay.
Nicely positioned.
Ship's not quite stopped, so
Oh,
we'll have
okay,
more
good.
swing.
So we'll cruise along this way.
Yeah, it looks like about another 8 meters.
Okay.
And then after this, do you want to maybe do a 160 move? Looks like it might be even a little more starboard uphill.
Yeah, I think so.
Copy that.
Does that about agree with high pack?
Roughly. So high
Just
pack
raise me up a little bit.
is about
Yeah, left is up.
150.
That was a lot though. Usually we keep it somewhere between 16 and 22. I guess if you're purposely doing
It's
it
like a
against the
fish on the
current, it
bottom
could
right.
work.
If you want to,
Bottom right.
yeah. It's just out of frame on the bottom right now. But if you think you have time,
Okay, coming around.
I would just, yeah,
Yeah, just lateral over there.
yeah.
Keep facing the hill.
Okay, I'm kind of.
I think he's. Where would he be?
Yeah, you're on the way.
I gotta make sure to keep almost full lateral,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or else I get pushed. You seeing video? Still to the right?
Maybe back up a bit more. Oh, I think there he is.
I
I
don't
think
see him.
he's kind of almost center now on the lower third. I can zoom in a bit and show
Yeah,
you.
go for it.
I might be wrong, but there he is. See him?
Oh yeah, little red guy.
Oh,
Sort of
yeah.
Partial.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna try and set down without.
Okay, I can zoom out if you want.
Yep.
Ooh, we
Zooming
can
out.
see an old cowrie shell.
It's full wide.
Okay, I'm gonna have to square up, or I won't be able to.
Here, one trick, I can tilt your camera down so you can just see the tips of your toes.
Okay.
If you want that. That'll help you see the ground.
All right, I'm gonna.
So these things are getting big enough that if they get a little bigger, then things will be
there's
able to
another
stay attached to them.
You could just go for that one.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right. Okay.
Bob, did you just say that you thought the size of the class was getting bigger?
Do you want me to tilt you up?
Yes, please.
Yeah, the cobbles are getting much larger, and I think if they get much
Far away
larger,
now, you can see
and you get closer to the photic zone, there's going to be things starting to grow on it.
right
So
Yeah. Or just to
it
the
may
left.
be worthwhile zipping up the hill.
Other way we can do, zooming in. And full zoom.
Nice.
What kind of fish?
Okay, should we move on?
So
is
this
that
is
good?
a scorpionid,
Can let them
scorpionid fish.
have an idea.
Yeah.
As well as there's what looks
Just
like
enough
perhaps a
time
little
to let them ID,
bryozoan.
and then
To
usually
the
video
left
will
of it?
want 5 to, maybe 10
Bryozoan, maybe?
seconds.
Copy.
Steady video, if possible.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah,
Are
you're doing
those
great.
young bryozoans?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, video's clear.
copy.
These could
Full
be
wide.
Yeah.
some of these stylasterids that we saw on a shallow dive a few days ago
All right. So tilt you up. There
in
you
the
go.
genus Disticophora.
So same as before, you're below me after that 40-meter move, but I'm stopped.
Okay.
So you can see why 30 or 40-meter moves are good, because no matter what you
So
do,
we are
I
starting to
don't
see
pass
things
you.
that are growing on the rocks on the bottom. The rocks are stable enough for at least
Yes.
those things to grow on them.
Did you tilt me up, co-pilot?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chris is coming to take over in about 5 minutes, I think. So he'll take over as pilot, and then we can do some really quick moves up the hill. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so pilot, HiPAC has this at local high as 150 is straight up. Waypoint 2 is at about
Co-pilot, did you wanna talk to me?
170. And then on Sirius sonar,
Oh,
it
no,
looks like
we're good.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead, Neff.
so HiPAC shows the local high at about 150 straight up slope. Waypoint 2 is about 170, and on Sirius sonar it looks like, to me at least, 160. So that kind of splits the difference between HiPAC and the Waypoint 2, if you're
Okay.
comfortable with that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm at 165 now.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it looks
pretty
pretty
good.
good. We can do 165 at 40.
okay.
All right, I'll put that in.
Video, any idea about this glare on top of the camera? Is it just the glare from
What-
the bottom?
What angle are we at right
Bridge
now?
this
on the
now.
Zeus?
We're just above
Can I
the
get a ship
skids.
move of 40 meters at 165 degrees at 0.2 knots?
Yeah, it looks like it's just reflection off the ground.
Yeah. Is it?
I think the slope is maybe
Good copy.
increased
Thanks,
'cause, we had the swing arms all the way out on
Yeah.
the flatter terrain.
Okay, pilot, you're starting to pull a little.
Okay.
So you can rotate your uppers up
Okay.
if you want. Or actually, they're probably all the way up.
They're all
huh?
the way up, yeah. Not much we can do, huh?
Or you could bring your uppers in, which also they're really nice to have all the way out on flatter terrain. But once there gets to be a slope,
Okay,
you
I'll
can
do
bring
that.
them in. Yeah. I can zoom in if you want, pilot.
Okay. Let's sit down.
Okay.
You're good there, pilot. You might feel a little tether tug, but I'm moving towards you.
Okay, co-pilot, would you adjust the till? Looks like it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll just tilt down a little.
You can come on in, video.
Zooming in. Holding here.
All right.
So we've got our first crinoid of the dive.
Oh, looks like I'm stirring it up.
Stalked crinoid that's got very long cirri
You're
and
doing
a
good.
lot of them on its stalk.
I'll tilt up just a hair.
Okay.
Zooming in. Holding.
Better to hold on for dear life.
Exactly, Bob. And you can see it's got its arms branch more than twice in some places. It's great. Thank you, pilots.
Ready for zooming out?
Okay, full wide.
Zooming out.
Thank you.
Full wide.
All right, picking up.
Okay, video, I move the two swing arms a little more forward.
There we go. That's better.
Okay.
Alright, so the ship is underway. We're moving along nicely. You're centered up.
Yeah, ship's about halfway through.
Great. How's your camera? Let me see what, mind if I tilt down for a sec?
Sure.
Nav, this is Watch Lead.
Okay. So I just
Hey,
like
Watch
to be
Lead,
a
how can I
little
help you?
above the
Um,
skids,
I
like
think
that, maybe?
that
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we might be interested in going a little bit faster in the next hour or so. Like try to move along so we can get closer to the upslope portion that we want to be in.
Yeah, copy that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so I gotta wait for Sirius.
Yep. I'm moving, but you'll start pulling me in a second. Yeah, Nav, it's definitely steepening up. So well, Chris is, I think, piloting now, but we'll want to be careful we don't rush into the hill.
Copy that. Can I zoom in on Sirius sonar to help with that?
Out a little, you mean, or?
Yeah, so put it to 50 meters. You're at 80 right now?
Yeah, it's a bit far, sure.
Copy that. I will do that. Yeah, we weren't seeing much past 50 meters anyway, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Nav, this is Watch Lead. Can I bother you again?
Yes, Watch Lead, how can I help?
Sorry about that.
No problem.
At sort of our general speed that we've been going, how long will it take us to get to waypoint 2?
Give me 1 minute and I'll be
Yep.
right with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Nav, just just looking at that, I bet they wouldn't mind just going to the 250 either, or whatever is perpendicular upslope. I think.
Yeah.
Certainly don't
pretty
hope
much
to
won't
jinx
be in
it,
that
but that
general area no matter
almost
where we
looks
end.
like bedrock underneath that sediment.
Maybe? What's the white thing in the far left?
And I also saw
White thing, far left.
I also saw some dead Gorgonian skeletons, so there may be hope.
Oh, good. Hopefully we'll be on the search for live Gorgonians and other corals rather than dead skeletons.
Well, actually, this is Nav.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so if we keep a good pace, we can get there in approximately
I
30
see a
minutes.
coral straight ahead, that yellow thing on the rock in the upper left
Is there
corner.
a specific, do you want to go directly to waypoint 2 or anywhere in that general area as long as it's upslope? Is that fine?
Holding here.
Yeah, I'm not
gotta
sure we
turn
have to
that down.
exactly hit waypoint 2. I do think we want to try to get to that depth
Just
contour.
hold there.
But could
Okay.
you tell me again? I'm sorry, I
Alright.
got stepped
Good
on.
luck, pilot.
What? How long it would take to get there?
Oh,
at
yeah,
our
if we
point two?
keep a good pace and don't stop often, we can get there in about 30 minutes.
Wide
Oh wow.
video.
Okay.
Okay, you sound pretty quiet,
That is
Chris.
very helpful to know.
Zooming
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
30 minutes.
Okay, those plants are growing there, right?
Hey, pilot.
I
Stand
think
by
at the
one
pace we're
now.
going now. So
Copy that.
Yeah, they're not plants. They're probably hydrozoans. Still pretty
Yes,
deep
to
for
make
algae.
sure we slow down then.
So, yeah, what I'm wondering is, given that we just got into some hard substrate, maybe we cancel that faster upslope move, and because we got definitely
Bridge,
some
did you
things
call me?
showing up on these rocks.
Okay, I think that makes sense, Chris. And actually, at the rate we're
Oh,
moving,
sorry,
we're going
thank
to
you.
achieve our second waypoint in like a half an hour. So I think we can probably
Bridge,
pull
is
back
snap?
and go a little bit slower.
Hey, I've just noticed you've been a little quiet lately. Is there and you're all the way up on my comms, is there a way to just make it slightly louder?
Yes, I've been talking down
Oh, okay.
into the mic rather than talking up. Is this better?
Oh, that's perfect. That's
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Watch the pilot.
Go ahead.
Hey, I heard white thing from you, which you zoomed on, I believe, and then coral from Chris.
So the coral is the yellow in the bottom left of the screen, please.
Okay. And did we capture that white thing okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Washley, this is Nav.
Make sure.
Yep.
I heard that we might want to slow down the fast and steady move, or do you want to keep going fast and steady?
Don't you just love working with us? Why don't we go back to point 2 and just continuous moves for right now? And
Copy that.
Okay, video.
Sorry.
No problem at all.
Zooming
And hold there. I'll
Holding
tilt down
here.
for you.
This definitely does. I mean, the
Co-pilot, you
substrate
can,
does look more
turn,
like indurated. It does look like it's
I'll
more in
keep tilt-
place.
You can
view.
Yeah. Just
So what kind of
keep me in
coral is
video
this?
If you don't mind.
Sure.
Let me know when it's time to go. You can keep coming, video.
Zooming in.
Chris, what are we looking at?
You got plenty of time.
Acanthagogia, maybe?
Full zoom.
Thank you.
I don't know. I almost
Yeah, the
looks
ship
like
is stopped,
it's
so there's no more swinging serious since we're so
Soft
shallow.
coral.
flexorid or even a
would you be
soft
comfortable getting
coral,
another
an
move going, or do you want to wait a little bit?
algination of
Stand
some
by
kind.
until we're done here, I think.
Copy.
It just needs something hard to grow on.
What's a soft coral? Can you?
Owl, C?
Trying to walk around
What?
a little
They don't
video.
even have that. Okay.
So we-
Chris, could you write down what you think it might be in the event log, please?
Is that full zoom?
I just
Yeah,
full
I'm
zoom.
doing it right now.
Okay, thank you.
Do we want to get tighter?
So what we've done is we've gone back. We we put in that move to speed up a little, and then we realized how
Yeah,
close we
you wanna
were
try
to
to
our
get closer?
waypoint.
Okay.
So we
Zoom
are
in.
back down to what we think we're going to do continuous moves at about point 2.
Full wide.
Copy.
Okay, and then in the lower right of the screen, there's a pink-looking coral. Can we have a
Okay.
quick zoom on that, please?
Sure.
As well as in the center of the screen. They're two that probably the same thing.
That's maybe the best we're going to do here, video. You want to come back in tight?
Zooming in. Holding.
Copy. So shoot move complete, is that what you said now?
Yeah, ship moves
Okay.
complete and Sirius is at a swing.
Okay.
So there was actually a pink one to the right of this?
Yeah, we're just getting a
Okay.
better shot of this one
Zooming
while we're
in.
all settled.
Okay, that
Pulls
zoom
your
really
post.
helps. That's got to be a plexaurid, and Matsumoto is suggesting parasis, and that's a pretty good guess.
Corporal.
You just let me know video.
Sure.
Wait.
Yeah. They're just setting up.
We're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, video's clear.
Okay,
Zooming out. You want partial or full?
that's good then.
Partial.
And that one looks like it's fallen over. There's one upper left that's not. I guess there's one right next to it that's not too. Can you go full wide?
Coming full wide.
Thanks. Jeez. Okay, come on in.
Zooming in.
Pick ones parallel to us.
Holding here.
Take my camera, co-pilot.
Sure. I got it.
Okay.
And I'm tilting up.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a couple tilts. Hold there. Hold zoom.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Okay, video.
Zooming
Keep
in.
going. Is that kind of out of the light, Dan?
Holding here.
Is that coral knocked
Right
over?
up.
It actually doesn't look like it's knocked over. It looks like it's just horizontal. Doesn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
it is.
Hold fast. Zooming in.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm
Set
not
the
sure
speed
what this
fast, I don't
is.
know why.
I love that we're stumping you today,
I think
Chris.
you're seeing problems with life on that.
You give it one
On
more
this
tilt up.
substrate.
Let's try to get the other one.
And just
There
on
you go.
on the left of the coral, we could see piece of an
Come back
an
down.
echinoid test, the inside edge
Right there, Diva.
panel. Yeah, exactly. And so you can actually see the ambulacral grooves on the left of the test, as well as an urchin spine, a spiny one just below the test.
So I think they think this is knocked over, but we can see the hold fast pretty good there.
I mean, I think it's still alive. I think if anything, the rock moved
Yeah.
that it was on.
Okay. Are we clear here?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you,
Video is
pilots.
also clear.
Okay. Come wide.
Coming wide.
And if we're done in this area, I'm
Full
going to
wide.
come back to Sirius.
Okay, and then Nav, what's our bearing again?
So the last move was 165, and that looked
Sorry.
pretty good
Can I have
on
my
Sirius.
camera back?
So
there you go.
yeah, as you rotate over, maybe go to 165, and we'll see how it looks.
Copy. Okay, pilot, I'm gonna rotate over to 165.
Okay.
Keep you in view.
Yeah. Keep me in view as I kind of come over towards you. Nav, you're so quiet.
Quite a couple of the plexaurids here, Chris, as well as some more of these pink
You're
unidentified
I tried to
corals.
adjust it.
Yeah. I think people adjust the mics too. It doesn't help.
So both Osako and I sort of think that red coral could be a stylaster, and stylaster is, I was looking through my animal guide here, and there is a pink stylaster that was
Okay.
collected many years ago off
yeah,
Johnston
you guys
Atoll
comfortable
that it
with
looks very
160?
similar to.
Or
So
165,
I
it looks
think
like?
we could
Yeah.
probably
You
go
wanna do 30
to
or 40
that. That's
meters?
actually a
Meters, we're on
hydrozoan
slightly
and
higher,
a very
20,
hard
40?
pink, really beautiful stylaster.
Okay, watch these. We're all
Bridge,
back
this is
and
Nav.
happy. Whatever you want to look at, just let us know.
Can we get a ship
Awesome,
move
thank you.
of 40 meters at 165 degrees at 0.2 knots?
40 meters, bearing 165.2 knots.
Good copy. Thanks, Bridge.
You're welcome.
Nav, this is Watch Lead.
Yes, watch lead. How can I help?
Did they finally figure out how to get the mic right in front of your mouth? You're very, very loud today.
Yeah, I just kind of put it super close.
Good job.
Thank you.
We're gonna snap back here. What is that? Falling
Zooming
over.
in. Holding.
So that's a dead coral. I've got that part. What's on the right, on the rock above it? Actually, all
So
along
there's a
these rocks.
live stylasterid as well as brain
I don't know.
zone out here. What did Chris just say? He was saying it was a
Another
stylasterid.
flexorid, the yellow one. It's probably the same one that we just
Yeah,
mentioned.
and then the pink one below it was a stylasterid,
Bridge,
Oh,
open
what's that?
mic.
as well as
What's moving
a
around? Is that a
fish and some algae and the dead skeleton of another
Bigger
bigger
coral.
octocoral. So this looks like a hawk nose. Do I want to dare to guess?
Well, I don't think Bruce is here today, so, he's not there to correct you.
Okay, come on. Holding.
It's pink and yellow.
I know.
Bridge, this is
Oh, it just ran into a squat lobster.
Almost.
I was going to say it looks like Mr. Blobby,
Oh, sorry, I
but
was
none
just
of you are
gonna
going to
say,
know
if
what
you
that
could
is.
have an open
Did you
mic.
see what
I
happened?
think you're
No,
right.
because I'm trying to
Oh,
find an
thanks.
ID for this thing.
It sort of
Come
walked
wide,
directly
actually.
into a
Come
squat
wide.
lobster.
And what happened? What did the squat lobster
Squat lobster
do?
went like this.
Went like what?
It was very exciting.
Gonna have to wait a little bit to get closer to those corals, but we can. I
So
think the
Chris
fish
is
is
guessing
gone, right?
perhaps
Oh no, it's right
He's
there.
still there.
Plectrantheus.
Okay. You want to get another shot at it?
Sure.
Okay.
That's another knockover coral.
He's going to cooperate.
Hey, looks like he's
Yep.
running.
It is.
We'll catch him. Okay, go ahead.
And that's a big one. How old would that have been before it got knocked
Green
over?
eye back there.
Holding.
Can you hear me okay, video?
Still a little quiet, but
It's right next to my mouth. That's weird.
yeah, I've got you turned up all the way.
So we can see lots of these young stylasterids here.
I rotate the mic then?
Or, well,
Possibly.
maybe they're not young, but they're very, very small.
When you have a chance.
Yeah. You want to give it a little more if you got it?
Zooming in. Holding.
Copy. He's a cute little guy. Is that a barnacle there?
This is like an awesome dive for fish. We've seen such interesting fish so far on this this dive to FDM.
It's
Okay.
totally
Just let
Mr.
it go right
Blobby.
there.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, who is
Zooming
Mr.
out.
Blobby?
It's a British thing. If you grew up there, you'd understand.
Okay,
Full
those are
wide.
horrifying pictures. What is wrong with you?
Totally is Mr. Blobby.
All right, for those folks at home, do not Google Mr.
Much
Blobby.
better.
It's very scary. You should really look
Fix
at the
these.
fish instead. It's much nicer.
So is
I think I see a lot of colonies over there to the right. I wonder if we could sort of sidle over there a little bit. These, I think, are not the plexorids. There's something else.
I see one thing, but
Yeah, so there's
So-
there's some more stylasterids. The pink
Oh,
one.
yeah, there's a yellow
as
one
well
in the
as,
corner.
Yeah.
Video co-pilot.
Can we have a snap zoom on this yellow one,
I'm full
please, in
wide,
the
right?
bottom right?
Sure.
thank you.
Affirmative. Co-pilot.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're going to want to come up.
Yeah, Copa. I think it's just with the slope rising and you just being a little low. Just looks zoomed in.
Just checking to see if one of these would be the scleractinian that
Okay,
that
video.
Dave is interested in. I don't think so. I think these are the plexorids still.
Holding.
Copy. Looks like the same one we just zoomed on.
Yeah.
Give it a tighter if you want.
Zooming in. Full zoom.
Copy. Watch, is that enough for
Yep,
a,
that's great.
for an
Thank
ID?
you.
Sure.
Okay. Hold here for a few seconds.
Copy whenever you're clear.
Yeah, the water's not super clear with the temperature differentials today.
Yeah.
It's fine.
See
Zooming
that when
out.
you come tight.
Full wide.
Okay. Thank you. Is that another?
So Scott France, who's biologist at the
Videos
University of
language,
Louisiana
should I
Lafayette, asked a very
pull out
interesting
the-
question. Do we know whether there's
the
been
lighting's fine right
dredging
now.
or trawling in
Okay.
this area?
See the-
That's why I
the
was asking
port
about
uppers
whether
a
we
little
thought
bit.
the
Yeah, you can fix that
tracks
if
could
you
be
want.
man-made
I
earlier
still-
because they
I
were
still
so
don't think they were.
they were
Video, I'm not
so
sure if
you
it'll change
know
the lighting a
Yeah,
whole
but
lot,
you didn't see scarring.
defined.
So
Yeah, that was why I leaned
Yeah.
away from
Oh,
it
yeah.
because there
Go
was
ahead
no
and do that,
obvious
okay.
scarring.
yeah,
that's
and I
fine.
think you
They-
would see
they
the
crept
scars.
in.
I don't think that
'Cause
just the
I put
linearity
those out
itself is enough to say that there was
earlier
dredging
today,
here.
and I put them all the way
But
out.
is there anyone who might be more familiar
Carl,
with this area who
bumped him
might
back
know
in
whether
when we
these
started hitting
areas
the
were
slope.
dredged or trawled?
Dave Burdick is listening in,
Gotcha.
and he lives in the area. So, Dave, do you know of any deep water trawling that might have happened around here? Because there are a lot of skeletons,
over,
but that
yeah.
just could be because, you know, this is an unstable slope. Lots of currents, lots of small bits of rock.
I was waiting to see what the next lots of small was.
Those knocked over corals don't look like they've been trawled because I would think that if something got trolled, it would be broken up. Those things look like they just got knocked over totally.
I would actually totally agree with that, Bob. I mean, we are seeing sort of all the way to the base of most of those skeletons, and I'm not sure that's what you'd expect to see.
Keep coming up, co-pilot, and ahead.
And we have had some discussion of whether there might
Yeah,
be some
fly,
turbidity
like,
currents
right here,
here,
Dan, so we
some
can get a
downslope mass wasting.
better look on things.
Oh, what's
Farther
that?
away. What is
In
what?
the top left. I could be making it up. Can you zoom on that, please?
On what? This guy here?
Yes.
Okay.
Realize it's the geologist talking, so it might be nothing.
That's okay. It would not be the first time I've zoomed on nothing. I find nothing a lot. Go ahead, Dan.
Zooming in.
That's new, isn't it?
Holding.
There's several
Slightly
things in a row.
larger colonies of these stylasterids.
Are those alive?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. And there was stuff above this as well. So
Can we
Yeah,
tilt
pilot,
up,
ship move is
please?
just about done, so maybe just a
Okay.
minute or two swing a Sirius.
Okay, sounds good, thanks. What was that?
If we could tilt up to see the other colonies.
Okay.
If we can hold this for a
Yeah,
first,
we'll hold it.
and then
Go
I'm going
ahead.
to zoom in a bit.
You let me know, Dan.
Zooming in a bit more.
Okay.
Not great.
That's worse than this morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
wow. Wavy.
Yeah, must be quite a temperature differential here.
Okay, zooming out. You can tilt up.
Okay, tilting up.
Holding partial.
To this one, Diva? Or just this
Yes,
whole
thank
view
you.
here?
Yeah, this whole area is
Okay.
great. Oh, can we zoom in on that tube,
Yeah.
please?
Maybe a barnacle. Go ahead.
Zooming in.
Wrong. Not a barnacle.
Full zoom.
Oh. So
That is-
look at that
yeah.
beautiful polychaete. So this is a polychaete worm.
In a tube?
Yes, so it's either a sabellid or a serpulid.
That is so cool.
I'm gonna guess serpulid. I don't know. The crown looks like a sabellid, but the tube looks like a serpulid. Let's go with sabellid. And so what these worms do is they put their feathery crown out into the water column and get particles and other bits of food, and then they retract all the way into the tube
We can maybe
and
get
can
a little
ingest
closer.
everything.
You want to?
Yeah.
Come on.
Coming full
It
way.
might retract soon, but
Okay.
nope, we can try.
Looked like a barnacle.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Zoom on. Worm.
Okay, zooming in.
What is that?
Holding.
So we're having a good time thinking about the geology in this area too, because we've entered this area where it looks like there's sort of like slump-like deposits or sort of downflow deposits, and they look like they're almost cemented in place.
So here in this image, you can see we've got
I don't know if
a
that's any better or
tiny
not.
crab claw sticking out of the bottom left corner. All you can see is this crab, is this claw. Then we've also got this
That's tough to
pink stylastrid coral with something red on it that I can't quite make out. And then we've got this absolutely beautiful polychaete worm.
Harvey Nab Bridge.
Probably a
Visitor
serpulid, judging by the fact that it's
Video's
cemented
clear.
to the
Thanks, Bridge.
substrate,
Those are.
and its tube looks slightly calcareous.
Watch lead, are we
Yes, we are great. And that red thing looks like a bit of red algae, as well as there's an urchin spine above it. So lots going on right here.
Okay.
Thank you, pilot.
Sure.
Full wide.
Okay, I'm gonna come up, push ahead a little. There's some floating algae there.
So as we've said before, as the algae sort of wanders by in our field of view, most of this algae is probably not in place at this depth.
Okay, coming ahead, co-pilot.
Now that we've got a hard surface, we're getting a really
Do you want to
big
zoom in on that?
increase in
Yeah, can we do a quick zoom on the white coral
And
colony?
there's something pink on
oh,
top.
and the pink looks like more stylastroids.
So I'm just going to repeat
The
for
white
all
one
of.
might be something different.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to repeat for all the people that were on the line about not 10 even 10 minutes ago. Do not Google Mr. Blobby. It's very, very scary. You don't want to do that to yourself.
Okay, you want to come on the white one first,
Zooming
Dan?
in. Sure. I'm holding
Actually,
here.
hold there, yeah. Teetering.
So, Chris, do you think it's a different type of stylastrid, the white one?
Okay, keep coming.
Zooming in.
It's a stylaster. It's probably the
Oh,
same as that other white worm. Not sure
No,
whether we have
it's-
two different types. It could be just two different color morphs.
Oh,
No, but
hold
look
here.
at the difference in the branching, Chris. I think the
That's
pink
true.
and the
Tilt
white
in.
are different.
These are
Going
gorgeous.
tight here.
Okay, go ahead.
Zooming in.
Yeah, I would agree. They do look different, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little-
Video is clear.
There's a little clear.
What are the little single
Coral or
knobs
something
that are
to the left
between
of
the
it,
two
too.
sets of coral?
I'll keep it zoomed in.
Are those other corals?
Okay.
Oh, do we have any more zoom?
This is
I
full
can
zoom.
inch in
Okay.
a little if you want.
No, it's okay. Either they're sponges
Sponges.
or very, very young corals.
Anyone want to take a guess? Shore-based scientists?
I'm gonna keep walking left here, Dan,
Okay.
Awesome.
and get a look at these other ones. I think they're a little up. There we are.
Oh, and there's also
Oh, barnacle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, as well
Oh,
as
that's one I saw.
squat lobster.
There. I knew I saw one.
Sure.
And considering this this one rock is actually fairly high compared to everything else around it, it's not surprising to me that we're seeing more stuff.
We're stopped, right?
Yeah, you're completely stationary.
You can go ahead and get another one in.
Awesome. Are you still good with 40 meter moves?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to keep you on 165. That still looks pretty centered.
Okay. Copy that.
Okay, video's clear.
Bridge, this is Nav.
Okay. Watch these. Is that good?
Yes, that's
For
great.
this?
Thank you.
Hi, can I get a ship move of 40 meters at 165 degrees at 0.2 knots?
40 meters, bearing 165.2 knots.
Good copy. Thanks, Bridge.
There's a toe. Is that a...
Oh, another fish there.
Yeah. Let me start zooming, Dan.
Zooming in.
Is he just looking at us?
Holding.
He's facing
Ooh.
away. Copy. Come partial.
Zooming
And
out.
another coral. Yep.
And This is full wide.
Come back in.
Zooming in. Holding.
Have we seen this fish already?
Maybe.
Keep
It looks like a
Zoom in.
scoponeid. Nope, it's
Hold
dragonet.
So we have seen one of these already.
Yes. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah,
For a few
sorry, I
seconds.
blew that ID. I think this is a scorpion,
Right, okay.
not a
Tilt down.
dragonet, but we have
Sorry,
seen
just
at
there.
least one scorpion
That's
today.
good.
These guys are cool looking.
Okay, video's clear.
Copy.
Zooming out. Full wide.
Copy. How we doing, co-pilot?
Perfect. You're right where you should be.
That one block that we were just looking at, honestly, is higher than most of the seafloor we've seen so far in terms of coming up off the main area.
And it's probably, what, 20 centimeters high?
Yeah, I mean, it's not very high, but it definitely seemed like somewhere they like to be.
Ready? Okay, stand by for video change.
Copy.
That definitely rolled down the hill.
I agree.
Okay, I'm going to push out a little now that we're moving.
Is the current getting weaker or stronger as we go up the hill?
Stronger.
It's getting stronger.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So the current's actually getting stronger as we move up. Oh, look, another flopped over dead coral.
It's a big one.
Two of them, right?
Yep.
There's-
Yeah.
Got two big split spritches.
Anything here, Roland?
I'm not sure what we've been viewing before, but I'd like to look at the coral.
I think watch leads would rather not zoom on the dead one, but
I think that's right.
So why wouldn't new coral start growing up from it?
yeah, we just imaged one of those.
Why would new coral start growing up from it?
Yeah.
Because it's dead?
If you knock over a tree, it'll start growing back up.
I don't think they work in exactly the same way.
Oh, can we zoom in on this? Right in the lasers, there's
Yeah.
an irregular urchin test,
Yeah.
please. As well as maybe a fish.
Looks like a sea star.
And some corals to the right, perhaps?
Go ahead. I think that's just the.
Or is that a fish?
Oh, beautiful. Look at it. So this is a sand dollar is the common name,
Go ahead.
which is a type of irregular sea urchin or echinoid, and this is its skeleton. So earlier we saw a regular urchin skeleton, which was more spherical, and whereas this is an irregular one, which they tend to be flat.
Like so.
And this is a perfect example of one of their skeletons.
So most of them are rounded.
Most of what?
Most of these are rounded, and the irregular ones are flat.
Yeah, so regular urchins are like normal sea urchins you
Right.
think about, and those are spherical. And then these are irregular urchins, and they are flat. So they're sand dollars, basically, or heart urchins also.
What code is it?
Oh, I don't think it, I mean,
That
just
one,
put
yeah.
echinoid
Video's clear, we
or
know where
urchin.
Copy.
I don't see echinoid, that's why I was asking.
Irk,
Irk?
I guess, is the closest
Okay.
thing.
I'll
Thank you.
lift off here.
Thank you, pilots.
Sure.
Oh, somebody already got it in that time period.
Is that full wide?
It is.
Copy. Okay, I'll push out a little.
Pilot, would you want your sonars zoomed in at all, or are you fine with it as is?
I'm okay with it right there.
Copy.
Snap zoom here, Roland. What is that?
Like a shell.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're definitely moving.
So the
into-
white shell is part of a regular urchin test.
Oh.
Just part of it,
Come
though.
on.
We are definitely moving into more and more corals.
Yeah, so now we're sort of in this
I'm
much
getting
more
blown up in
abundant
that.
stylasterid
The hell
region.
now?
Where we're seeing pink and
Coming up.
white stylasterids.
And what were the yellow ones we saw before?
Plexaurids, I think. Yeah.
And so we're at a depth of 325. So this is a very, very shallow dive. And we are on the hunt for coral communities.
Oh, some more crinoids here, stalk crinoids. We don't need to zoom because we've
Okay.
seen... Oh, that one might be different, but it's fine.
Okay, that's okay. I'd like to push out a little.
Yeah,
actually.
that's totally
We're getting
fine.
a little behind. So that works out. Is that an anemone? No, sponge maybe. You want to snap rolling? Anemone?
I wonder if we could get that anemone. This is a good find here. If we could just take a quick snap on this one.
Hold there, rolling.
Holding.
Geez.
Yeah.
So why is this anemone green at the base? Is that just a piece of algae that's wrapped around it?
Exactly. So many urchin spines. Is that full zoom video?
No, it's partial.
Can we get a bit more, please?
Just waiting for pilot to get situated.
Go ahead. Is there one tilt up
No, that's good.
right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Just get a little bit of this.
Copy.
Show them the orientation of the little tentacles. And then we'll go full specimen.
Copy.
Full specimen.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys.
Sure. Sorry, I'm getting rotated wrong.
It's good there.
Copy.
Okay, video's clear of sciences.
Okay, you want to lift off?
Yep.
Okay. Coming up.
Pilots, it looks like the ship move just ended, so Sirius should only have a little swing left, so
Okay.
won't get too much further of you.
Okay, I think you can put another one in. I'm just going to bump out here.
Yeah. Do you still want to keep going at 40?
Yeah, I don't see
Medium
why
moves?
not. I mean, are we
There's no
pushing
really hard
hard for a
returns at all.
waypoint, or are we just kind of cruising along here?
We just want to get to, there is a waypoint too we're heading to, but mostly just
Okay.
want to get in the higher slopes.
Okay.
So, yeah, 40 meters at 165. I'll put it in.
Okay. And you're looking 80, so let me push out ahead here.
Yeah.
Actually, I might make that 170 for the next move. It seems to line up a little better with Sirius.
Okay.
Copy that.
Copy that. Thanks, Nav.
Bridge, this is Nav.
Go ahead, Nav.
Hi, can I get a ship move of 40 meters at 170 degrees at 0.2 knots?
He loses
Bigger
kids.
rock.
40 meters, bearing
Yeah.
170.
Actually, I'm
Speed
going to
0
tilt up.
2.
You don't have to.
Good
zoom.
copy. Thanks, Bridge.
Thank you.
So I think this is the highest structure we've seen so far today.
Moon initiated
It's
now.
got quite a couple
Little coral
young
next to
corals on it.
lasers.
Thanks, Bridge.
Stylasterids,
Yeah, you want to do a whole
plexaurids.
shot here and then maybe some tights?
Yeah, what's your... How far behind are you on Sirius?
Not very.
Okay. Some type of
How big is that block?
drag coming out.
Are the lasers on, pilot? Oh yeah, they are. So Bob, you can see the lasers in the center of the screen. They're about 10 centimeters across.
What was that, Roland?
Some type of crab leg.
Yeah,
there we
so
go.
there's a
Snap.
spot lobster just right of the lasers.
Want me to take your rotator, pilot?
Not yet. Maybe in a little bit.
Some large barnacles at the top.
Oh, I caught something barnacle earlier. That was way off, Roland.
No, those are barnacles.
Tread lightly.
Very
Okay,
good,
you nailed
Roland.
it. You're good.
Are they alive is the question.
I'm not quite stable, Roland.
Pulling out partial.
Hold there. You want to go snap right here, right next to the, see the one that's out currently?
That one?
Down there, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So I don't see the dots, but maybe
Okay,
a
come
meter
on.
across.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little less than a meter maybe. But around there, yes.
This side I think will be a little easier. You want to go snap on that dark spot mid hold there? Mid, you see what I mean?
Yep,
Up
purple.
there. Yeah, go ahead.
Looks like there's a small sponge just below,
Yeah, hold.
as well as a couple of little sponges here. This purple thing might be a tunicate. Some more polychaete worms with their fans extended.
Hold there. Okay. And let's come up to the worms.
Yeah, so Chris was just saying a lot of these sponges are demo sponges, which is
that all
the
you got?
type of sponge,
Nope.
rather than hexactinellas, which are the glass sponges we see
That is.
much
Okay.
deeper.
So the shallowest hexactinella that we ever documented in Hawaii was at about 365
Yeah,
meters.
I'm gonna
So
scan
we're
those
above that depth.
over here.
You know, who knows? You
I
might
think I
see
can
something
rotate to
different
the
here,
side
but
of
I'll
the-
bet pretty much all of the sponges are going to be demo sponges or calcareans.
Great, thank you, Chris. Wow, I'm surprised. 300 is
we
really,
want to look
really
at the
shallow.
red here. Looks like it's all over the top left of this rock and along the ridge actually. Come
Sure,
on.
do it.
Pushing in. Max soon.
Copy.
Perhaps tunicates or
Okay, I'm starting to pass you by, Pylon.
Okay. Where's that other? There it is.
that's great, pilot. Thank you.
Okay.
Video's clearer than you are.
Okay. I'm clear. I'm going to come up and over this thing.
Okay. Pulling out.
Copy.
Seems like a very purple and.
Yeah, I
mixed
see that.
lasers.
Going to snap. That's all we have time for right now. Is that another sponge?
Yeah, so the dark purple looks like another tunicate, and the pink above it is another stylasterid coral.
Okay, come on, roll. We got to go.
Thank you, pilots. Thank you, video.
Okay, coming up.
So occasionally I sort of scan the horizon a little bit because we should be starting to see some bottom fish if they live in this area. We're getting up into that 300-meter depth
Take
range
down as
where
we
we
come up,
started
Roland.
seeing them before. And we are getting into harder substrate where they've got some pockets and holes in here that they may be living in.
Scared away with their lights.
Yeah,
so
stand by one, Roland. Okay, that's a little too close for comfort. Co-pilot, we want to
Yeah, I'm hauling in.
yell at me a little earlier.
Okay.
Get us going.
Oh, as far as
yeah, your
getting past you?
yeah, your sonar return was really close for that face right in front of you. But we're good now. Current really picked up when we came up over
Correct
that
me
ridge.
if I'm wrong, but I think we're actually starting to get the blue cast of
say,
actual downwelling light here in the background too.
Maybe detritus.
That's a great question that I can ask the pilots.
Detritus.
Okay.
So, pilot, is the light color changing because of